Hello everyone, it's Nat. Today we're going to talk about how much is a trillion. So if you hear trillion, you think of the numbers, right? Because trillions is some of the biggest numbers that have 12 zeros. Not the biggest because there's infinite, so that's not even close. But it's very big numbers. It have about 12 zeros and 3 commas. If you want to write comma, you can write about 3 commas. That's a lot. Oh wait, I think 4 commas. So in trillion, there's like some numbers. You're talking about big numbers, right? So mainly we're talking about is big numbers. So what? In big numbers, there's a lot of numbers. There's septillion, quadrillion. There's a lot of numbers. Duodecillion or something. There's a lot of numbers that's so high, counted to infinity and beyond. So today we're not going to count that much. We're going to count the 3 mainly big numbers: million, billion, and trillion. First one is million. So million is quite large. So usually they will use million to count the people in the country. You know, like India have a lot of million of people, and you know, if you count, there's 7 billion people, right? So it's in the billion, not in the million. But billion is 1,000 million. So if you calculate that, that is about 7,000 million people actually exist. Now since 8,000 to 9,000, that's a lot. So if you talk about million, you might don't know the shape, but it's quite simple. Look, this is about a jar. No, let me make it big. This is about a jar that can hold 1,000 pennies. Just think of this, 1,000 times this, and you will get 1 million penny. That will be big over my house. That's overload. That would be too much. So now million's enough. But before that, do you know a game called hide and seek? Hide and seek, play count numbers and only go to high. So what if you count millions? How much it would take? It's actually would take about 3 weeks to count finish. And that's a lot. 3 weeks, that's overload. I mean, I say that a lot. I mean, that's like, you don't drink, don't eat, that will be very dangerous for your health. And they have plenty of time to hide. They can literally hide everywhere. They can then move a whole house. Yep. They can use elevator to move to next country, and you didn't come a car. So millions finished. Now we're gonna get a little bit bigger, 1,000 times bigger, billion. So we have to talk about it. That's like 7, 8, 9 billion people actually exist in the world, in our life, and that's a lot of numbers. So billion is very big numbers. So you might know, it's like, what do we use it for? They might use it for money, they might use it for business, or even science, mainly on science, because they can use to measure distance on like math things. So what's in billion? Billion is very big. This, like, do you know school bus? You might already know, we're familiar with you. And it's about 5 school bus stacked together make a penny. That's 1 billion penny. That's too much to spend. 1 million penny, you calculate it, is about $10 million. That's too much for men to have. So now we come to the big boy, trillion. So a trillion is so big, that's like the large size of almost 1 football field cube. Like this is the football cube, and then all of it, the wider is about that amount of penny. So if you that's that much pennies, you just fall in, and this cold collapses with full money like a mountain. This is literally tall like a mountain. You can literally look at like a big cube, maybe it's about over our house, maybe your house as well. I don't think it's over our apartments, but it's over your house. It's wider in your house. Okay. In trillion, you will use like other science, business, money, kind of things. Trillion is the most that familiar with you because there's some like 1 trillion. But that's not familiar, but it's familiar with a trillion line to moon and sun. That's like long of kilometers, and you can use a trillion to measure. Trillion kilometers, trillion miles. Yeah, miles are best because it's the longest. Okay, that's not finished. Because I need to talk. One more is what do you use big numbers for? And what is important for life? Yes, it's very important for life, and you can use it for like business, maybe math. Math is like 1 trillion. This is how it looks. Okay, this is 12 zeros, 3 comma 1 trillion. Or maybe 3 comma, and it's I say wrong again. So this is 1 trillion, you can minus 1 billion. So that's how 1 billion look. 2 comma. Oh, that's 1 million. Oh. Wait, so this is 1 billion. Oh, so I can say right, it's 4 comma. This is 1 billion. Then this is 1 million. You can use math to calculate when you minus it. It will be about 999 trillion, 999 billion, and that's all. Okay, that's all my video. I hope you enjoy. Bye. See you next time.